What a day to come running.
Hey guys, this is CK, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be running with the Mi Band 5 in the Peak District, and I'll be pairing the Mi Band 5 with two apps, one of which is the Mi Fit app and the second one would be the Nike Running Club. Both apps will be running off an iPhone, so come along for the run. If you want to check out a previous video I did with the Mi Band 4 also running, check them out on the link here. Please don't forget to subscribe as well as click on the bell icon for more videos like this. Okay, so I'm sure you've noticed what the Mi Fit user interface looks like when we are running. So here you can actually see the distance ran along with the elapsed time in addition to your pace per kilometer and heart rate. So the Mi Fit app measures the distance from the GPS of your phone and calculates your pace accordingly, but measures your heart rate from the Mi Band. You can also have the option to customize what you see on the Mi Fit user interface whilst you're running. So here you can actually see you have 7 data options to choose from, and you can place them in whichever configuration that suits you. So it's a nice display feature to have. You also have the ability to lock your screen during your run, and they can be unlocked by pressing and holding the unlock button. You can also pause your run and resume it by pressing the play button, or you can cancel your run entirely by pressing and holding the stop button. There's also a settings button which allows you to customize your run options with further options for pace guidance along with a heart rate alert monitor along with some other useful features. Although we're still running, I'm going to go ahead and show you the recorded data from this run from both the Mi Fit and the Nike Running Club app. I'll start with the Mi Fit app. So once you finish your run, it will be saved in the app, and this is what it looks like. So you can see we did a lap around the Peak District, around Hathersage, and you can also see the app provides you with some of the stats of the run, including the average heart rate, cadence, and stride length. It also tells you the sources of the data came from both the iPhone as well as the Mi Band 5. So when we scroll down from the landing screen, we then see a pace graph corresponding to our run. So it certainly recorded the ups and downs in pace when we slowed down to cross kissing gates, as well as us stopping at one point when we saw some deers during the run. So we also had to slow down slightly when we got to the top of the hill, as there was a huge bull on the side of the path and we didn't really want to startle him. And below the pace graph is an average time per kilometer chart which provides us with data of each kilometer in time we did, as well as the cumulative time on the right, so very useful to see. We then move on to the heart rate graph, which was interesting to see as I was averaging over 150 beats per minute with a max of 172. So apparently this puts me in the anaerobic zone for this run. I'm not too sure what the metrics are used to calculate these heart rate zones, but I wasn't in the red zone for this run, so it does correlate as we were chatting away during the run. We then move on to the altitude graph, and it was nice to see what we felt during the run. We knew there was a hill in the run and we would be going downhill closer to finish, so it was nice to see that this was represented in the data. Funnily, the Mi Fit app deems that we're still running on flat grounds as it considers the whole run to be flat. Cadence wise, apparently it wasn't too much of a difference from the recording except when we slowed down and stopped to look at the deers. Stride length was interesting but probably accurate, as the strides were smaller when we're going uphill and it opens back up slightly when we're going downhill, averaging just over a meter a stride. So overall, you do get quite a set of information. The only downside to this data is it is static. It only serves as a display and you are not able to interact with any of the data to get finer details, unlike what we will see from the Nike Running Club, which we will go into now. So inside the Nike Running Club, it's showing around the same stats as the Mi Fit app, although I was able to see the heart rate during the run on Nike Running Club. Here it isn't showing on the average heart rate. And here you can actually see what I mean by interactivity of the data that was collected. If you tap and hold onto the graph, it shows you the data which corresponds to the location of when it was recorded during your run. So very useful to track your efforts and data if you're training or analyzing your efforts. It is again the same for the elevation data, which is also interactive at this point. You also notice there's a slight overlay from the other data points from the pace data, which does show when we're going uphill, the pace slows down slightly. So moving along, you can also see the splits from each kilometer from there, along with some elevation data. You can also have more details, which is similar to what you see from the Mi Fit app, but provides additional elevation data, which is cool. You also have the ability to input what Nike shoe you were running on with, so it is able to track the distance you've used the shoe. So not sure if this is a marketing trick, but apparently shoes wear out after 500 miles of running. So you'll be able to also add notes and efforts along with your run with this app. So in summary, both apps work really well with the Mi Band 5 and certainly provides me with enough data and details for me to be interested in my runs. So I hope this has been useful for everyone, and put your questions down in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon too. So thank you for coming on a run with me, and see you in the next one.